All right, here we go. We are here in Adelaide, Australia. It is a beautiful day. It is June 2020, quite a cold one. This morning it was 1.8 Celsius. This is the Durianrider penthouse here. New Durianrider service course. Flossing as usual. Let's do some questions here. Any questions you might be asked, I mean, answer anything. Let us know down below. Let us know down below. Live chat, all messages are visible. All right, here we go. So I would say that what can we talk about? The Tour de France coming up. What's going on, man? This is some crazy times. Some crazy times we are living in with the dates and imagine being a pro cyclist. That would be some strong level uncertainty times there, being a pro rider. And we've got CCCT pulling out, the sponsors pulled out, which is, unfortunate. What's going to happen for next year? Who knows? Who knows? It's definitely uncertain times for a lot of us. It would suck if you've got a mortgage and kids. So let's go some questions here. What's the best thing to use to clean your lightweight wheels braking surface? I just use water. Just use water in a rag. I just use water in a rag. I just use water in a rag. These are disc wheels. But just clean with water. And the chain I'd take off every now and then and clean it with some vinyl turpentine. Put that in a little dish, split it around and clean it with a rag, and then I'll let that evaporate off. Never tip it down the sink. You never tip that stuff down the sink. It's just shouldn't be in the waterways, so just let it evaporate, and that's a lot better way to dispose of it eco style. This is the Pragma Mawson bike from Durianrider.com. There's a guy called Durianrider who sells these bikes, these high-end Chinese carbon bikes. He sells them for a really good deal. A bit dodgy though, he's a bit dodgy. Alright, so I'm a pro rider, it's ridiculous right now, and it is pretty crazy. To stay motivated for training, etc. Is a CAD Optimo Clarus good enough for losing weight? Yeah, man. The best bike is one that fits you. As long as it fits you and you're, as long as it fits you, bro. Get a bike fit or get, and good enough is close enough. Make sure you mark your measurements. I always have a little mark in case the seat slips down. Also have my seat sort of level, maybe pointing down just a degree or two, And you can move your seat back or forward. I like my seats slammed forward. That's personal preference. So make sure that if you can see my handlebars here, they're quite high because this is my sort of all-day bike. But on my race bikes, I have them really, really low for low stack heights, get more aggressive, more forward, more aero. So it depends on your personal preference. But play around a bike fit. Just marking measurements, just a tiny little scratch, just a little nanogram scratch, or use a whiteout pen or a Dexter. All right. So yeah, if you do scratch anything, just do it. Just a little junior one, just so it doesn't go away, but you can actually see it when it's there. So yeah, keep walking at the sugar truth, rah. No worries. I think it's just easier to live for me, being real with my audience versus just telling them BS. I understand why people lie, and there's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of money to be made in bullshitting people. Got a big fist of cash here. I just put this in the last video. Every single dollar I made here, every single bit of it, I made legit, right? So that's the really powerful thing, is every single dollar I make legit, and that feels really good. I'd rather make $20 a day doing the right thing versus $1,000 a day scamming people, right? Because I know people who scam people and they're depressed as heck. They got a lot of money, got a lot of bling, and they can floss and finesse, but they're depressed because they're living this mad lie, They're doing drugs and stuff, and drugs to be happy, and it's like, that's the thing. When we talk about drugs, we've got to talk about why do people do drugs? Why do people do it? And they can understand it better. Let's bang out some questions here. Honest opinion on tubeless tires for road bike. I don't rate tubeless for road. I don't rate it. For gravel, yeah. For cross country, definitely, But otherwise, I rarely get flat tires on the road. And I don't mind fixing flat tires. But on the mountain bike, you could ride through a trail or a field and just get all these 3-corner jacks in there, so you'd have like 10 punctures. So tubeless is definitely the go. But for road, for me, it's too much faff. Too much faff. I do 1 hour a day cycling on Zwift and long rides on the weekends. Is that good? Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, it's just about getting it out there. Yeah, for me, I just love getting outside. I love the sunshine and the fresh air. What bar width do I prefer for road bike? These are a 42 3T Ergonovas. I've got 38s, I've got 44s. So 38s are like for a bike messenger, and 38s go through traffic. But for long days in the saddle, a bit wider bar I prefer. Probably 42 is my favourite average bar, but it doesn't really matter too much. Get used to what you're getting used to. But if I was racing, I'd probably prefer a bigger bar, just when you're at the saddle you can tip the bike even easier. Canada Bali with another Tour de France. I don't think so, because the bike he's on, so, you know, I don't think so. Yeah, he's obviously good enough, but the competition's really good now. You got Egan Bernal and Team Sky guys, Froome's coming. You know, the competition's pretty stiff. You know, and Nibali's not on a light bike compared to the other guys, so that extra marginal gains can make a big difference, especially in a 3-week stage race. Right? So I don't think. I think if he's on Team Sky, if he was the leader of Team Sky, you know, Ineos, whatever you want to call it, I call it Sky because that's the deal. You know, he could definitely win or be up there. But I think if you're on a team like Trek, with a heavy bike, and you don't have that depth of talent, you got guys like Richie Port who are good riders though. You know, your team definitely going to help a lot. You know, your team's going to help a lot. So if you put Richie Port on Team Sky as the leader, then yeah, his chances are going to increase. Same with Nibali, etc. Right? So it's not just the ride; it's also the team and the bike they're using. Can Froome win another tour? I'd say yes, but Egan Bernal is going to be tough to beat, isn't he? He's a fresh young lad. John Venus no longer vegan. I did a video of that on my main channel. Go check out my main channel, John Venus. John Venus no longer vegan. Durianrider, the old school LA with the carbon fiber tubes, lugs, looks so cool. Is it a good bike? Yeah, for sure. It's a good bike, man. Just drop the fork out and check for any cracks. All right? It's going to be an old bike, but it's good enough. It's good enough. Can you compete in the World Cup cross country? Natty? Nah, man. You're not going to like. It's just. I mean, cross country is a sport where skill is very, very important, right? You got to have skill because you can lose 5 seconds each, you know, downhill, and that's a lot. So you got to have mad skill, but yeah, it's juice, you know, juice. It's just you have to, man, because otherwise you're going to be getting smashed by guys who are equally as skilled as you, train as much as you, have good genetics like you, but if they're on EPO, they're going to kick your ass. They're going to kick your ass, all right? Opinion: can you run SRAM 5234? Yeah, why not? Why not? Sure you can. On a carbon frame or alloy frame, you could do that. Don't see why you couldn't run a 5234 and a 1132. I don't. Why do you need a 52 though? A 52 is a big ring. On this gravel bike, I've got a 34. I've got a 34 on here, XTR. So, you know, that's a big. Makes me a bit more sponsor friendly. Get the logo in there. These are some blood tests I've got back recently. I put these on my main channel. All good. Vegan 19 years. Still cruising. What do I think of the vegan cyclist? That's Tyler from America. He's doing great. He got on YouTube a few years ago because of me, he said. He's just doing a good template. He's getting the message out there. So I think, you know, he's doing it very PC. He's a very PC guy. Don't want to rock the boat. That's his style. It's fair enough. No, he's doing really well. I'm glad to see him thriving, man. It's good to see. He's pushing the carbs. He's pushing the vegan thing. So, fantastic. Hello, Mr. Harley. When I put sugar in my drinks, I feel nose blocked. I don't understand why that would happen. I'm not sure. Maybe it's this. Yeah. Just if you feel like if you've got a blocked nose, got this. That's what you do. All cyclists do that. All runners do that. All right, you got to do that. Finally, a live stream video. Hello, Durianrider from LA, California, Los Angeles. I had a SRAM group set on my giant downhill, and it was the best group set ever. Way better than my Shimano Saint and Dior. The shifting was so crisp. SRAM shifting is very bang, bang, bang. It's very crisp. It's very 1-1. I do like it. I do like it. Durianrider, one of the rare common sense channels. Love it. It's, I just, for me, I can't be fake. It feels artificial. It feels fake. And it feels like I'm not helping anyone. Sure, I get a lot of flack. I get called a racist, a rantist, a rapist, all sorts of things. People call me to try and discredit my message because they hate their message. So then they start to hate the messenger. But I'd rather just be me and be real. I appreciate that. How to calculate the amount of carbs that one should consume while riding? Go for at least, if you're going on a real hard ride with your mates, go for 100 grams of sugar per hour. So you put 100 grams of sugar in your water bottle. Let's say you're going to be riding 3 hours, no stops. Then put 300 grams in here and then fill the rest with water and give it a good shake and then have a good sip of that every 20 minutes. And then have another bottle on here as your water so you can rinse that, keep your mouth dry, keep your dental hygiene on point. You want to look after dental hygiene, never have a dry mouth. So at least 100 grams per hour when you're going hard. If you're just going easy, maybe 50 grams will be enough. But yeah, at least just start with 100 and go from there. Pug is working me up. Very good. What's your best ever 20-minute power to weight? I don't know because I don't weigh myself every day. Best 20-minute power, probably like 370 watts maybe. Weight, I don't know what it was that day. You gotta weigh yourself on the climb even. Like at the start of the climb. To be really accurate, you gotta have scales in the car with you and weigh yourself at the start of the climb. Otherwise, and weigh yourself nude. Otherwise, it's not fully accurate. So that's why I don't focus on weight. I just focus on power. If the power's up, that's good. Tips to gain clout as a vegan professional mountain biker. Just do a lot of social media content. Just do a lot of helpful stuff. Look at vegan cyclists. Look at myself, or there's a guy there. Is it Dylan Johnson? He's doing a high carb vegan thing as well. So he's getting some stuff. It's just about providing value and just about smashing out content. And don't compare yourself to other people at the start because you'll be not getting much gains, but you just got to keep chipping away. Got to keep chipping away. I mean, look at the community I've created on YouTube. Look how many YouTubers are out there because of me now. Dylan Johnson, vegan cyclist, cycling maven, Lantern Rouge, on and on and on. And that's not me to say, hey, look at me, I'm the king. It's just to say that I'm just one dude, and if I've created this army of other cyclist YouTubers who give a similar message, if not same or whatever, then that helps grow the scene. If it gets people on bikes or whatever, I don't care if it's me or someone else. That's the goal. Get more bums on bikes. It's even good to see Cookie Man out there. I don't care if he's doing EPO for Strava segments or whatever. Like, he's getting people out there on the bike. So I don't appreciate some of the stuff he says about me, but I would rather have Cookie Man, doing his EPO or doing his stuff he does than not. Because he's getting people out there on bikes. So yeah. Just being real. How long can you keep riding a bike if you have a broken spoke? It depends how buckled the wheel is. If it's hitting the frame, then you got to stop. If it's just like that, you're okay. Get it fixed ASAP though. Because otherwise, if you don't get it fixed, the other spokes start to get weaker and lose tension. What's your opinion on the latest 105 road group set? Is that the R7000 series? I think it's great. 105 is just a good group set, man. It's as good as Dura-Ace. It's good as Dura-Ace, it's a little bit 300 grams, 400 grams heavier. What's a good stimulant to take to cycling? The best, man, is water and sugar. And music, that's the best. And if you can, banter. Banter's like unreal motivation. Banter, man. Banter is unreal. Banter's unreal. So yeah, Wise Bait K. It's too much fat, man. He's too much fat. What roids are best to make me a good climber? Nah. It's gonna make you heavy, bro. I mean, if you do a pill of, say, androlic, then yeah, you'll be, maybe a little bit faster on the climb that day, maybe. But if you keep taking them, you'll gain too much water weight and you'll be like slow. Okay. So yeah, but then again, if your levels are low from training hard, it's, anabolics, in my opinion, don't help cyclists climbing. It just adds weight to you. Now, if you're low and you're like totally just depleted and just like done, your testosterone level is almost zero, then yeah, taking a little bit will bring them back up to normal healthy levels. But you're probably just doing too much training, right? So that's not really the drugs helping you. They are, but you know what I mean? Like, if you're an amateur rider, you don't have the demands of a pro, so you can get more recovery. When you're a pro, you have to race, and you have to do this, and you have to do that. It doesn't matter if you're tired or not. You have to do the job. When you're an amateur, you don't have to, so you can get more rest. So to take stuff as an amateur, hormone-wise, it doesn't make sense to me, because you can just do that with sleep and more carbs. And I can say that from personal experience. I've done the anabolics, bro. I've done them. And I would say that if you do an injection of test, it'll make you more zing that day. But you get that same effect with music as well, you know, and just get, I'd say it can be a lot of placebo. But EPO is different, you know. So yeah. Most hours ridden in 1 week. Ooh, I don't know. I did 2,000 and I think it's 2,050k in a week. 2,050. What do I think of high level crit racing? It's pretty dangerous, man. I've done it. A grade Div 1. And yeah, it's pretty dangerous. Yeah, I don't really rate the crits that much. They're fun, but crashes ain't. Do you feel getting old? I feel younger. I feel like I'm a teenager, basically. You know, a teenager. I'm 42, 43 in a couple of months. I would say I feel like a teenager. Is that because I've got a girlfriend who's so young, fresh out of high school? That's a factor, but I live a life where I have minimal responsibilities. And the difference between feeling old and feeling young is probably the amount of responsibilities you have. So I have a lot of freedom in my life, so it makes me feel young. What would you debate Vegan Gains about? Anything. I would love for me and Vegan Gains to get on a live stream and we just take questions from the audience. No question too sensitive, just we take questions from the audience. If someone asks it, we answer it. That'd be fantastic. That'd be good fun. Bring back the single digit body fat song. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. How long will it take for John Venus to run up Mount Lofty? Good question. I think his cardio's pretty low, which most of those guys are. If you're really swole on steroids, your cardio's going to be shit. And if you're really, low testosterone, skinny, your cardio's going to be pretty good if you're carbon up, So my best climbing times would have been when I was probably the lowest testosterone, super skinny, and just so fast in the climbs. You just bike, riding. And that's when I was my fastest, probably back in start of 2014, 2013. That's, even actually 2018, I had a good month there. I was really, really skinny. And so, yeah, if you're really skinny, that really helps. But the biggest thing is your head as well. Like if you've got I did a really good time at Cherryville. I had a couple of mates with me and they wanted to beat me. And I knew that, and it was on. So, it was just like, it was such a good vibe and such a good thing. So that's the biggest thing, is if you can have mates where you're racing each other, that's like the ultimate, man. That is the ultimate. Especially if you're really similar fitness level. That's the best training. Have I ridden a new GRX? I have ridden it. For me, it's like a bit of a, I don't know, what's wrong with the stuff we got now? People just, I don't know, roadies are like that. They've got to have a label to go, oh, I can use mountain bike pedals because I'm a gravel rider. Well, I've been using mountain bike pedals for evers, So yeah, it's just a name. It's just a name, GRX. Does stress cause your face to bloat? It can, definitely. Sam Hill, mountain bike rider, yep, definitely. He's a very, very good rider, downhill. How's winter in Adelaide? Are you using heating in your home? I just adjust. Wear a jacket, got a beanie on. Having something on your head really, really, really helps. Keeps you warm. I've got a winter jacket on, sitting in the sunshine, so it makes a big difference. Good morning, Harley. Bike seat. Where's my drink? Bike seat has gotten topside over the year. I want to avoid that. Cheap is good for me. Cheap is good for bike seats. What does lopsided mean? What do you mean? Like it's just folded up? Like I don't know what you mean by lopsided. Maybe you can adjust it with a little Allen key. Is it okay to eat lots of carbs for dinner? You have to eat, bro. It's not okay. You have to eat a lot of carbs for dinner. You have to smash in the white rice. If you don't, then how are you going to perform next day to your ability? How? If you're not having a lot of carbohydrates for dinner, how are you going to perform? You know what I mean? How? You're going to have less muscle glycogen. All right, that's how steroids work. Good, is because they increase your muscle glycogen. So you can eat carbs or do steroids. I would recommend eating carbs. Or if you want to be a bodybuilder, do both. But carbs are so important. Is a 56 road bike too small for 6'3"? I would say it is. I would say it is. What do you think about overpriced cycling clothes? You know, that's why I on my website, Durianrider.com, my jerseys are $40. You know, I don't believe in the $200 jerseys. Or $150. It's a joke. It's a joke. Brighton Rider 10. I haven't used it. I've used the Brighton 330. Works great. Brighton make a good product. I like the 330 because it's 36-hour battery life, super light. Who will win the Tour? I would say someone from Team Sky. Won by drivetrain for road. If you live on the flat, yeah. I like 2-by because you've got more range. Is the Tour on still this year despite the engineered overhyped pandemic? Who knows? I hope it is. It's crazy time. It's crazy time. Royal couscous. Okay, that's good. Smash the carbs, man. Every day. Every day, smash the carbs. Today I'm going to be at home writing my next ebook. Smashing carbs all day. Right, smashing carbs. Have a nap, smash more. Have a nap, work, work, work. Get it done. No side of my bike seems to be melted away. Maybe send me a photo on Instagram of your saddle. What's up, John? Intravenous. I did a video about it on my main channel. Thanks, Harley. You've always been a fan all these years since 2012. Thank you very much. Yeah, send me a picture on Instagram of your saddle. Send me an Instagram. Post it or tag me in it. I'll probably see it. So that's the deal there. You know, that's the deal. If you're out there, you're wanting cycling advice, then I would highly recommend to be salesy. Go to my Durianrider.com, go to my website, Durianrider.com, and get a copy of my ebook, Durianrider's Lean Body Bible. In that book, I have a bike buyer's guide. It's always updated. You get free updates by email. And it's just, if you want to save thousands of dollars and thousands of hours of mistakes, then just get my ebook, Durianrider's Lean Body Bible, the latest edition, and learn straight away what to do versus wasting money on aero bikes or blah, 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 or brand name stuff that is way overpriced. You know, that ebook is just incredible. It's incredible. Do I eat spaghetti? Yeah, I like rice though. Rice for me is my baby, my best. Thank you. You've changed my life, Harley. I'm going to go back to sleep now. Go back to sleep. What do you think of the new Lance documentary? I'm going to do a video about it. I'm going to do a video about Lance's documentary. It's fantastic. On ESPN. It's great. I really rated it. What else can we say? What are your thoughts on frosted flakes with added sugar and blueberries? For sure, man. Carb up. Just make sure you eat enough of them and drink water beforehand. Do I like cilantro? I love cilantro. Here in Australia, we call it coriander. I love it. It's a fantastic herb. I'm going to end the live stream now. I'll take a few more questions though before we split up. But yeah, if you want bike buyer's guide or cycling tips, go to Durianrider.com, grab a copy of my ebook, Durianrider's Lean Body Bible. It's unreal, man. I wish I had that ebook when I first started. You know, it would have saved me so much money and so much time, you know. All right, here we go. Last 3 questions. What about riders who sit on a crit and win the sprint because of their team? That's pretty much how crits are won. Crits are sit and sprint. Sit and sprint. That's why I don't really rate them that much. If you train your body, that's why I like running. Running's always the fittest person wins. Second last question. If you train your body and gut when riding to absorb 90 grams per hour, can your body only absorb... Good question, Sal. I would say that the glucose, maltodextrin 2-to-1 is, in my opinion, a little bit of marketing hype in that the most important thing is getting the carbs per hour. You know, it's not so much the source. If you're using sucrose or maltodextrin fructose, you know, for me, sucrose is like the bomb. Doesn't really get better than that because it's so cheap, it's so easy. You glug it down, it mixes well. So for me, this type of carb, whether it's the 2-to-1 that SIS is selling versus sucrose 1-to-1, for me that doesn't matter. What matters is getting enough. That's more important. So if you're getting 100 grams of beta fuel or 100 grams of sucrose, is the beta fuel better? In my opinion, no. You know, you're still going to be pushing the same watts. And if you have enough every hour, you'll still be good to go. All right? That's my opinion there. And I've used both. I couldn't tell a difference really. How many calories per day? Eat enough carbs every day so you're just done. You've had enough fruit, you've had enough sugar, you've had enough starch. End of the day, like, I'm just done. Give me a little bit of salty cracker or something. I'm done. You know, that's how you know you had enough carbs. As much as you want carbs. Keep your fat intake really low. Why would I buy a bike from me versus drop shipping? Well, from TNT AliExpress. What's we've got here? So sun's in my eyes. Why buy a bike from me? So you get the right bike. You know, so what? If you want to go and buy a bike randomly off the internet, then do that. If you know what you're looking for and you want a certain look or whatever, then do that. If you want custom service, then you buy a bike from me at Durianrider.com. If you want, like the questions answered, if you speak Mandarin or Chinese or broken English or whatever, then that's great. But can the person really answer your questions about the bike? So I sell a lot of these bikes every week, every month, and increasingly so as people get more, aware of the brands and believe in it more, they see me riding it, and that's a great question. Why would you buy a bike from Durianrider? The question is, why not? Why wouldn't you buy a bike from me? Would you want to support the cause? Would you want to have the service you get from me, the advice and the free lifetime coaching? If those things don't matter to you, support, service, lifetime coaching, then buy a Trek or a Cannondale Specialized or a Tan or an AliExpress or whatever you're going to get. Do that. But if you want that quality assurance and that one-on-one conversation, then you get it from me. Good question. How much more frame ship to Canada? It's free shipping. I free ship anywhere in the world. What are your thoughts on Abdullah being an athlete? Never will. I think how can I answer that? He's the athlete I created. I got him into cycling. I got him on the carbs. I got him into long distance cycling. So he's sort of like, he's part of me in that I created his fitness reality experiences now. Now, obviously, he's done the work. Credit given when credit's due. But if Abdullah never found me, he wouldn't be such a good long distance cyclist. He wouldn't. He'd still be doing steroids in the gym. So I'm glad that he came over and just kicked ass, just smashed it, man. The dude's a beast. He takes what he needs to take and he eats. He don't mess around with food. That dude can eat. Right? If there's a world food shortage one day, if there's a rice and sugar shortage, it's going to be because of him. That dude's got glucose or sugar on one shoulder tattoo and rice on the other. Right? That's the dedication. So for me, Abdullah is like a beast in that I've got nothing to prove anymore about long distance cycling on the high carb vegan lifestyle, because Abdullah's he's just proven that. It's like, why would I ride across Australia, wear my body out, put myself through a lot of stress to do that, to prove the vegan thing, high carb, Durianrider protocol works when Abdullah's already done it, right? So even though we may have little differences personality wise, I tip of the beanie to him that he's taken my protocol and dominated, So it's like, easy as that. I'm glad he's out there. I'm glad he's doing it really well. How much salt to add to gel? Nah. Just, you get your salt from your rice and stuff. What's the daily age level to be below? Good question. I would say just do your best to avoid the animal products and oil as well. Oil is very high in AGE, glycotoxins, etc. So yeah, just do your best to avoid. I'll do a separate video about that. What about Chinese carbon wheels? Depends. Absolute black, 3640 is very, very good. Cheap wheels. This is a gravel bike here, gang. Cheap wheels, I recommend alloy wheels. If you do want carbon, go to yishinbike.com, go to yolio.com, go to wheelsfar, aka farsports.com if you want carbon. I do recommend alloy though. Cycling shorts. I do sell cycling shorts. Soon to be selling cycling shorts. Durianrider.com. What do you think of the Maasai? We'll ask a few more questions here. The Maasai tribe that eats blood and they do that for survival. If you walked into that Maasai tribe with rice and ugali and mangoes and sugar, and do you think they're going to say no? Like these people, that I would eat that. I would eat blood and goat's milk to survive, and you would too. All right? They got hardly any food. It's just survival. But they're not just eating that. All right? They're getting some carbs and stuff like that. So the notion that a human out there would just go, yeah, I'm not going to eat pizza and pasta and sports sugars and fruits and fruit juice. I'm going to have blood and pussy goat milk. You know, that's just like, no one's going to do that, man. If they've got options. Who's more salty not making the USA team, Cookie or Corey? I would say Corey, because Cookie's actually worthy of it. He's cookie juice, but Corey's like doing amateur races and claiming national championship or something like that. Do you feel like quitting cycling when Cookie Man dropped you within 2 minutes? I think Cookie Man dropped me less than 2 minutes. I had good fitness that week. I did a 16:53 5K just a week before. I had done a few efforts that morning. I was tired, but I wouldn't have got dropped, you know, much soon after if I was on fresh legs and warm up. So, but that's the power of EPO. I'm not using EPO. I never have. Would I? For sure, I'd use EPO under a sports doctor's supervision for a YouTube series. I think that'd be great. But there's no doubt in my mind that Cookie Man, in my opinion, based on the watts and how easy he was riding and how easy he dropped me, then he dropped another guy called Guy Kamler. I think it's Guy Kamler. And Guy is one of the best riders in Australia at that time. And he dropped us like we had flat tires, you know, and then attacked and popped the watts even more. So there's no doubt in my mind that he was definitely enhanced that day. And does that make me want to quit cycling? Not at all. Not at all. I'm glad that that video got put up just to show people that how powerful EPO can be. You know, it turns you into a monster. And then you see a few months later on, vegan cyclist is dropping Cookie Man. And vegan cyclist is about the same fitness as me. I'm probably a little bit fitter than certain times of the year. So that just goes to show you that without the drugs, Phil is just like us. You know, he's an everyday dude who likes riding his bike like us. So yeah. What else? We've got questions here. Pantani would drop them all. I don't know, man. I reckon Cookie Man would drop Pantani. It would be close to it. Cookie Man at that day at Norton Summit, man, that's some mutant shit. That's some mutant shit. He must have been on so many pills plus extras that day. Would I do, I mean, how fast would I be if I took the drugs Cookie Man takes, in my opinion? How fast would I be? I reckon I could be as fast as him, for sure. You know, I've got 20 years of cycling in my legs. I know how to push myself. I reckon I could be as fast as Cookie Man if I took the same drugs as him, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So yeah. Someone talking about my ex-girlfriend. I broke up with her. Who is this person anyway? Just another troll. How would you rate the new Stroma e-bike? Yeah, I mean, I like e-bikes where you can get parts from in a couple of years' time. Otherwise, it's hard to get, you know, it's hard to keep going. If the bike, that's what I love about my bikes is if you snap the fork in 5 years' time because you hit a wombat, you know, or you have a big crash because you're doing dirty cans when someone lands on your fork and cracks it, I can sell you a fork near cost price in the same color as you ordered it. If you do it with an S-Works, then you're shagged, you know. So I like, this is BSA bottom bracket, you know, it's a 27.2 seat post. So it's just normal seat clamp. So if you have a problem down the track, you can get help. So the Stroma e-bike, how hard is it to get parts down the track, you know? My bike is making a vibrating noise when I'm not pedaling at somewhat fast speed. A vibrating noise. Whew. I don't know. Well, it could be a lot of things. It could be a lot of things. Hard to say. Where am I? This is the Durianrider Batcave public announcements. We're in Adelaide, Australia. Adelaide, Australia. What workout do you recommend to increase FTP? Good music, man. Good music. 5 minute efforts, bro. 5 minute efforts, full carbed up, good music. Pay attention to the road and just hit it. Have like a 20-minute warm up so your blood's going, and then there you go. FTP varies all the time, all right? My energy levels off the charts, more carbs for the win. Very good, very good. Yeah, I think that's the thing with Cookie Man is like, I don't care if he's doing drugs. In my opinion, he is. But get rid of this clean tattoo. You know what I mean? Get rid of the clean tattoo. It's cringe, bro. It's cringe. It's cringe. I'm 225 pounds, working on losing weight. Is carbon seat post okay? Just go aluminium. Go Thompson. Get a Thompson seat post. Get a Thompson seat post. You know? Get a Thompson seat post. Otherwise, you just, you know, just get a Thompson seat post. Thompson alloy. Thompson alloy. Alright. Apart from Norton Summit, I like Norton Summit because there's so many people on there most of the time. But yeah, Cherryville, Woodlands Way, also very, very good. Also very, very good. I can ride Mount Cootha on my 26-inch Malvern Star, front suspension. Yeah, Mount Cootha's good. I've done that a few years ago. So yeah, get cold here. You get cold. Was Steve Irwin's death a national thing in Australia? Yeah, it was. It was an unfortunate moment. He was a good activist for the wildlife and stuff like that. It's crazy how he went. A stingray to the chest. It's just very unlucky. Very unlucky. Very unlucky. So yeah. Any more questions? We'll wrap it up. Do a lot of Dr. McDougall's research. Yeah, it's not so much research, it's just, you know, bringing up other people's studies. I think it's very, very good. My issue is that it contradicts itself a lot of the time. Yeah, it contradicts itself a lot of the time. So that can be tough to the noobs. Is your bike geometry most similar? This one's similar to the Amonda H2. The glycogen's not. It's more like a H1 Geo, more for racy climbing stuff. With limited days riding, is it better to ride harder tempo for shorter or long distances, low temp? Hard is always better. Hard's always better. As long as your lifestyle you can recover from that. Because you can do a hard workout, drink your coffee, get stimulated, go, but then you don't sleep properly that night. So then it's like, what's the point? You're better off doing an easy workout without stims, doing a hard workout with stims and not recovering properly. No one's going to tell you that. No one's going to tell you that. Change slipping from small ring to big ring. That could be a derailleur, it could be a stiff link, it could be a chain ring's worn, it could be a chain ring bolt's loose, it could be your crank's cracked. If you've got a Dura-Ace crank, they crack, or Tegra crank, they can crack. So there's a few factors there. If you had the bike here, I'd be able to tell you what the issue is. So, would you eat fish if you had to for some medical reason? There's no medical reason. There's no medical reason to eat fish. Like, what medical reason would there be to eat? I mean, some doctor would say you need to do that, but like, doctors are just everyday people. They don't know everything. Most doctors are sick and out of shape. So yeah, plenty of doctors say you need to eat meat. I don't have an idea. We do ship everywhere. The Pragma bikes ship everywhere. Do I use anabolic steroids? Clearly. Can't be this big. Natty? I definitely use anabolic steroids. Do you sell full built bikes? No. I mean, yes, no. But the best deal is going to be if you build up yourself. Really, it's going to be the best deal. So if you're new to cycling, these are very high end. You know, they're very lightweight. You know, get something alloy for your first bike. You can crash it and bend it around. You know, don't get one of my bikes for your first bike. When I have people write to me, how they want to get a bike, I want to support you. I'm like, great, but I don't want to sell you a bike because you're still a noob, and I don't want you to have, dramas cracking the carbon bike in a crash because you just fell over the cafe or whatever. I want you to have an alloy bike, have your crashes, get the experience, and then if you want high-end carbon, jump over and grab one of mine. So that's why I recommend the Trek Amonda ALR alloy bike, rim brake. It's fantastic. Or Reed Falco Elite in Australia, 105. That's great. Your bike's going to the harbour, mate. Angry Vegan's back. Not paying you back for that car, bro. Don't call me about it. We ship everywhere. Buriram, Thailand. Is this my first winter in years? Yes, potentially. Still not here the whole winter yet, so it might be. I haven't had a full winter since 2002. Wuhan Beanie like the bottom bracket. 100%. This is a BSA. It spins so freely, This is legit. I only sell the best. How many hours a week is too many hours? It depends on your lifestyle. It depends on your lifestyle. So it's how much money is too much money? Depends. Why are you so fascinated with steroids? I think everybody is. Once you understand what's going on in society, it's like, what do they do? What do they do? How bad is getting drunk once a week? It's bad, bro. It's bad. If you get drunk once a week, that's not good for your recovery. It's not good for your recovery. You want to dude, that's going to fuck you up. Once a week drunk, that's damage to your liver, your kidneys, your brain. That's really setting you back. All right? It's really setting you back. Is there worse things you could do? For sure. But it's like, go alcohol free for many, many years. It'll take you to new levels, okay? I recommend that. If you're 18 and want to get drunk a few times, okay, I get it. But if you're no longer 18, getting drunk as a man is really pointless in my opinion. If your goal is performance, if your goal is mental clarity and mental health, alcohol, fuck it off. Now, there's an exception for women. I think women, when they're drunk, can be fun. If your girlfriend having a few drinks, you can give her a bit of loosen her up a little bit, that's okay. But as long as she drinks and eats enough carbs, that's okay. But definitely not every week. It's not healthy. Getting drunk ain't healthy. If you do it a few times a year, it's okay, sort of. But every week, it's abuse. Would I consider doing a titanium frame? Titanium breaks. Titanium cracks. Like a titanium bike will crack eventually. It's going to crack. Carbon bikes don't crack unless you smash them into a wall. But that's for any bike. So, carbon bikes don't crack for miles. Titanium does. Okay? So that's why titanium's nice to ride, but it's heavy. It's strong in a crash, yes, stronger than carbon, but it will crack over time, just like alloy will. So that's why I recommend carbon's much, much stronger. Much, much stronger. Have I used PEMF therapy? What is PEMF? What is PEMF? Let's have a look. What is PEMF? PEMF therapy. PEMF therapy is pulsed electromagnetic. That sounds like some hippie bullshit. That sounds like some hippie bullshit. Right? There's so many things you should do before you waste money with that. So I haven't done that, no. You can't beat carbs, sleep, water. Can I upgrade my cassette to say weight on my bike? You can if you want, but I wouldn't, it's not, you didn't get dropped. You didn't get dropped because you got a SRAM Force cassette versus SRAM Red. Right, I'll take 2 more questions, then we'll wrap it up. What's my other sport besides riding? I'd say probably running and hiking, going out on an adventure. I love doing that. That's really good fun. So yeah, I love just being outdoors, walking, running, kickboxing, stuff like that, fighting. It's really fun. So yeah, Giant Defy versus Propel. I'll go Defy because the Propel, the brakes on those are shit, But yeah, the Propel rim brakes will just crack. So it's different, like they are different bikes. If you're racing criteriums, then yeah, get the Propel because it's slower, it's more aggressive. and you don't need brakes in the criteria. But depends what sort of ride you're doing. The different bikes. So yeah, it depends what sort of ride you're doing. Anyway, one more question. One more fart noises from Natasha. We can do that. One more question on nutrition or something like that, and then we'll wrap it. It's 45 minutes. Wow, it goes quick. Time goes fast. I'm going to go inside now and finish off my next ebook, which is on relationships, and pump that out. So if you do want more information, go to Durianrider.com and check out the ebooks. If you want a custom painted, bespoke, high-end carbon, bespoke meaning made for you, then go to Durianrider.com. These bikes are incredible. I'll never buy a brand new, brand name bike again. Not that they're bad, but they're just way overpriced. Okay, so someone returning to cycling from, would you suggest a Domane SL5 or my Pragma? Good question. The Trek Domane is going to be heavier. It's going to be heavier, but it depends what you want. You know, if you want rim brake with a high head tube, then the Domane is going to be for you. If you want super light rim brake, then the Pragma Glycage is going to be better for you. You can always have 30mm spacers and a flip stem, so you're going to get similar stack height. The Domane will be a bit taller, a bit more upright, which can be good if you've got a bad back. But if you don't have a bad back, you know, then I would recommend the Glycogen. So it depends. You know, and if you want custom paint, then the Glycogen. But if you want a bike today, then go the Domane. So it depends. It depends. Personally, if I had the choice, let's take myself away from the brand that I own. I would, if I needed a bike today, I would buy the Domane. Let's say I was out, you know, on a bike tour and I had no bike, I'm going to buy the Domane. Not a bad bike. Well, let's say I didn't need a bike today, I had other bikes to ride, but I wanted something high end, I wanted custom paint, and I just wanted a frame set, then I'm going to go to the Pragma Glycogen. So hopefully that can answer your question. And intermittent fasting, waste of time, bro. It's just stupid. It's stupid. Yeah. Intermittent fasting it fucks your recovery, man. Never intermittent fast. Never do that shit unless you want high cortisol and slow recovery. Right? And don't believe those fake natty steroid heads on the internet who say they don't use steroids, but they do. They're just bullshitting you, man. Right? And they're saying, I'm swole because intermittent fasting. No, they're swole because they're taking steroids. Lots of them, consistently, long term. Don't buy the hype, man. Don't get fucking scammed. Anyway, peace out. Thanks for the support, gang. Without you, I wouldn't be here. I appreciate that. Last question. Oh, hang on. 2 more here. I can't resist that. Athlete X is not natty. Athlete X got busted with fake weights. Check it out. How do we specialize Roubaix Future Shock? That's got to be a pain in the ass down the track. Pain in the ass. The Future Shock. They already had a recall on it. It's dodgy, man. It's poor quality. Poor quality. If you want suspension, get a mountain bike.